If you want to build your glutes so big that you'll make everyone stare and you will struggle to sit in the toilet, then listen up. We all know that changing your workout every single time is not good for your glutes. However, what happens if you keep doing the same exercises over and over and over and over again, you get bored of them and you don't put the same amount of effort. So what is the solution to this? You can change your exercises every 8 to 12 weeks, which is what I do for my program, but also for my clients as well. So today I'm going to be showing you the newest exercises that I've implemented for my program that is really good to target and grow your glutes. You're welcome. The first exercise is called gluteus medius hip thrust, and the reason why it's called so is because it's targeting your gluteus medius, aka your side booty. And it's one of the newest exercises I've started to do that is crazy good for your side glute. So obviously I'm going to be showing you all these exercises, but I want you to pick maybe one or two and keep doing them every single week. We can't be changing exercise every time we train, but what you can do, you can start a new program now, choosing one or two and implementing them along your compound movements, for example, and repeat them for the next 8 to 12 weeks. Or if you want me to create a full program for you where you don't have to think about what exercise and when to change them, etc., link in the description below. Now with this exercise, it will be a bit harder to get used to, but once you get it, it's perfecto. So I need you to have something that you will lean your body weight against. It could be a bench, it could be a cable machine, it could be anything that can sustain your weight, okay? Why? Because you'll be putting all your weight on one side of your glutes and of your leg over here, okay? So this is me standing straight and I want you to do this. Basically flexing your hip. So this is me standing straight again, let's see it again. This is me flexing my hip. Distance yourself from it so you have all the weight basically leaning forward, leaning against the object, okay? And I want you to flex your hip like so. And I already feel a stretch over here, okay? And then what I want you to do is to come back and abduct, perform an abduction at the top. So again, lean against this, we flex, and then we perform an abduction at the top. Flex, abduction at the top. See from this side as well, flex and abduct. Now, I want you to grab a plate, and this is really important because this will be our weight, okay? So you can add 5 kilo plates or 10 kilo plates. I recommend we're starting from a lower weight first to get used to the movement. And we'll do exactly the same thing. Placement on the hip, flexing and abducting. Flexing and abducting. As you can see, this is me standing straight and I'm not just doing this, okay? I'm flexing, okay? And in order to flex, I need to hold on to this or I'll lose balance, okay? So standing straight, flexing, resting against this, and then using momentum to really kick to the side. And it should really burn over here. Second exercise that I want you to be doing for your bunda. This is a variation for your RDL. So do you remember when I said to you when you have to adjust your program every 8 to 12 weeks? When I adjust my program, I don't change everything altogether. I'll give you an example. Instead of doing RDLs, I will do this variation that I'm going to show you. So RDL with rotation. So I change the variation, if it makes sense, not the full completely exercise. Now, if you want to do that, you can, but normally I tend to keep the same structure and maybe change 1 or 2 exercises. Probably the ones that I change completely are normally the isolation exercises that I showed you, the first one that I showed you before, the gluteus medius and hip thrust. Speaking of RDL variation, why do we want to do this? Why? Because with the normal RDL, the main muscles that you're targeting is mainly the gluteus maximus, which is the largest area of our glutes. However, let's say we also want to throw in a little bit of side booty as well. We want a full, complete exercise. When we train our glutes, we need to train them from all angles, not just gluteus maximus, okay? So it's important to always throw in some side glute exercise. This is why I love it. Okay, I love it. I love this variation, okay? And do you know why I love it even more? It's a unilateral exercise, so it's literally so evil. It's so evil. So we're gonna start by doing a B stance. What's a B stance? Let me just show you. A B stance means that you're doing this with your foot, okay? One foot will be your main pillar where you'll be resting all of your weight, and this will only be there as support, okay? So that's me standing straight and me using the B stance movement. Okay, so now that we figured out how to do the B stance, the next thing we're gonna be doing is doing a normal RDL, okay? But what happens at the bottom, we'll be rotating our torso like so. These will allow us to target the gluteus medius of this side of the stable leg. Again, how do we rotate the torso? I'll do it first like this so that you can see what I mean. This is what I'm doing. I'm just rotating my torso. So the legs stay stable, facing the same direction. They do not move. The only thing I'm moving is the torso. Let's do it from here so you can see. This is basically what I'm doing, but down. Does it make sense? Let's do it without weight first. Okay, so now let's revise everything with the weights. We will have the normal dumbbells like we were about to do an RDL, okay? Foot back, okay? As a stance, we're doing the B stance. We're going down as a normal RDLs and then rotating our torso towards the support leg, okay? This is the RDL ridge rotation. You see? Next exercise is the abduction machine, but we're not gonna do the regular one. What's the regular? You just sit and basically do this, right? That is okay. I would just rate it like a 6 out of 10, but if you wanna make it even more and feel it more in your glutes, I've got this new variation for you. So what you do, you will get almost like you're leaning against it, okay? So that would be the setup. And then what I want you to do is almost like you're doing a hip thrust. So you'll be tucking your pelvis in, okay? Just forming a sort of scoop and just abduct, pushing your knees against the pad like normally you would do during an abduction. Remember to do this sort of caved in position. So the next exercise, I've actually introduced it in other videos as well, but it's so much better for your glutes because instead of doing barbell squats, an easier variation, especially if you're a beginner and you don't feel like you want to load your back too much, is sumos. Why is it better? Again, because there is less pressure on your back as well. Slightly more hip dominant, so if you have hip problems, I recommend always doing dynamic stretches beforehand. And what we need to do while you do this is lean forward so you can get your glutes more. Why does it get your glutes more? Because the load is not in your back anymore, it's in the front, okay? Meaning that we're getting our bunda gains. This is how you'll be holding the dumbbell, leaning forward and going all the way down to get a nice deep stretch and then go back up again and again. I hope you enjoyed the videos and make sure you only pick one or two. Try which ones you feel the most in your glutes and that is the perfect way to go. I hope I helped you with this video. Like and subscribe if I did. And don't forget to check out my link down below if you want me to coach you. But thank you so much for watching and see you next time with another video.